Okay, so it's too difficult to invest here. That's not a message any government would like to hear, I would imagine. And other places that you have investments, in Africa, in the United States, in Mexico, even in Korea you're doing some work as well. These environments, these jurisdictions seem to be more welcoming of your capital, of your presence.
Look, everywhere we go, the governments want to ensure that a company like ourselves is doing the right things, that we're paying taxes, that we're investing in community, that we're creating jobs. We've done all of those things for 40 plus years here in Australia. We're doing those things now in places like Mexico and Louisiana. We would love to continue doing that in Australia. We are with the Scarborough project. We'd love to do that with Browse. But again, governments will make choices. They'll make policy choices about where they want their nations to head. Perhaps the encouragement for the government here is if we think about things like critical mineral processing, reindustrialization of Australia, all of that requires energy, and all of that is going to require natural gas. You've got to have natural gas to have the heat required to process critical
Artificial intelligence is the obvious one to talk about.
Artificial intelligence, yes. So, if we're going to unleash the technology capability and the potential that this nation has, we've got to be able to have that sovereign AI capability, all of which requires power at large scale.
So you're already building one large ammonia plant, which is fairly close to being completed. Right. So is it tempting for a business such as yours to do more of that, to add value to your gas, so you can actually send it as gas through a pipeline, create LNG and ship it around the world, or create products including ammonia and hydrogen? Because that sends you right up the value chain in terms of your product, doesn't it?
Sure. So we've spent a lot of time on what we call our new energy strategy, where we've looked at what are alternative molecules that have lower carbon intensity when our customer uses them. And hydrogen and ammonia fit in that space. So whilst ammonia has many uses today, fertilizer, explosives, the opportunity we're pursuing is the use of ammonia for energy, either in power generation or marine transportation. There are some good positive policy signals out of places like Europe, as well as Japan, Korea, Singapore. But we need to make sure that we're disciplined with our investment dollars. And the markets for lower carbon ammonia are moving a little bit more slowly than some of those nations would have suggested a few years ago. So we're laser-like focused on demonstrating value from this Beaumont New Ammonia project that we acquired last year, making sure that we've got high-quality customers when we've got that low-carbon ammonia to sell. And we'll be very disciplined before we start further expansion in that space.
So just take me finally to Bass Strait. And I want to go in terms of you acquiring the interest in Bass Strait, where Woodside first looked for oil and gas, that now, because of the deal you've done with ExxonMobil, you get control of it. You can start to explore again. Is there much gas left there?
Yeah, so we're very excited about Bass Strait. Through the BHP Petroleum merger, we have that 50% stake. And one of the things that we've seen, and our team that's been working it has seen, is that there are some opportunities to squeeze a bit more gas through that asset. So when we negotiated the agreement with ExxonMobil, we said, look, we've got to have a joint venture agreement that allows us to pursue those opportunities, even if ExxonMobil isn't as interested.
So is this gas that's known to be there? Is this gas?
So there's about 200 petajoules of gas that has been discovered, just not developed. So we're excited about those opportunities. And I'm really excited about the ExxonMobil team coming across. So we'll take over operatorship next year, and about 600 people will come join the Woodside team. I know they've got things up their sleeve. I know they've got opportunities, and so we look forward to having the new team on board to squeeze maximum value out of this asset that we can.
Okay, so I seem to remember that Bass Strait was due to run out early 2030s, 2032, something of that nature. How long do you imagine, with these extra resources, you can keep Bass Strait running and keep the gas going into Victoria via the Longford plant? Yeah,
look, I'll have to give you a date once we get our hands on the tiller. Yeah. But cautiously optimistic, as I said, 200 petajoules in the 4 known opportunities, and then we'll see what the team is able to unlock by hard work, engineering know-how, and that creativity.
So you've developed this story, the narrative about Woodside and its future. Does it sometimes disappoint you that politicians and or others in Australia don't understand that story well enough?
Well, look, I think there's an opportunity for us to make sure that we are effectively telling our story. And hopefully you've seen some of the ads that we've been running talking about the role of natural gas. In the power sector, in the manufacturing sector, we sell natural gas to miners, to mineral processors, to smelters. All those sorts of businesses that need our product to be profitable in their own spaces. So we're spending a lot of time on this communication journey to, again, help politicians and the ordinary citizen understand why natural gas is so important.
Meg O'Neill, always good to chat to you. Many thanks for your time.
Thank you.